Sometimes fights get made in boxing for reasons we don't fully understand. Now, as a disclaimer here, I would like to start by saying this fight, as I understand it, has not actually officially been made, but this is more at the point of strong and likely rumour. But the proposed match between Miguel Cotto and Daniel Geale really puzzles me. I don't understand the purpose of this fight. I don't understand why Team Cotto are considering and pursuing this matchup. Recently we've heard Miguel Cotto talked about in terms of fights with some of the biggest names in the sport. Floyd Mayweather, Saul Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin, and even more recently names like Amir Khan, names like Tim Bradley. Now I'm wondering if this is a case of Cotto being horribly mismanaged and, in a sense, having his year messed up because of Floyd Mayweather, in a not dissimilar fashion to how Amir Khan had his year messed up last year. But I'm wondering if Miguel Cotto was essentially waiting on the sidelines to try and get a fight at middleweight or at £155 against Floyd Mayweather. I'm wondering if, as a result of trying to get that fight organised, he stepped aside from a massive fight against Saul Alvarez. I'm wondering if he delayed options so that by the time Mayweather-Pacquiao was announced, a lot of the big name opponents he could potentially have fought against already had opponents in the diary, Canelo Kirkland for example. I'm wondering if Miguel Cotto took a gamble, decided to forego the immediate medium to large size wins financially in hope of getting the huge fight rematch with Floyd Mayweather at middleweight. Now we're in a situation where Canelo has got a date, Floyd and Manny Pacquiao both have dates, and Miguel Cotto needs to defend his middleweight championship. So I guess he's looking at the middleweight division. He's maybe not fancying fighting Gennady Golovkin. And he notices that a lot of the big names are really not appropriate contenders for the fight at this point. Martin Murray is just coming off a loss. Hassan Ndam Njikan is scheduled to fight already. He's scheduled to fight David Lemieux, so that's another two decent names ruled out at middleweight. Andy Lee is scheduled to fight Peter Quillen. Two other sort of big names ruled out of the picture. I'm wondering if he's gone down the list and found out that due to the delay in making a fight for Miguel Cotto, there isn't actually that many lists of available opponents. And for me, I do find it surprising that he's fighting Daniel Geale. The reason being, firstly, Daniel Geale is a definite middleweight. I was unclear as to whether Miguel Cotto wanted to go down the £160 route. It was unclear to me whether he just moved up to middleweight because he saw a weak mark in Sergio Martinez, but actually whether or not he saw his future at one of the lower weight divisions. But no, the fact he's fighting Daniel Geale suggests he is going to stay in 160. And I think what else makes this fight surprising to me is Daniel Geale, he's no world beater. He lost to Darren Barker. He got stopped brutally by Gennady Golovkin recently. But he is a solid middleweight. In my opinion, it's hard, even despite that Gennady Golovkin loss, not to consider Daniel Geale there or thereabouts on the middleweight scene. He's certainly still a top 20 middleweight. There's an argument to be made that he could be classed as a top 15 middleweight. I know Boxrec have him even higher than that. So this is what I don't get. Daniel Geale, he's a solid guy. It's not an easy fight. There's a chance, if it all depends on how bad Sergio Martinez really was that night. If Sergio Martinez was basically just a shell of his former self, and Miguel Cotto proved nothing by beating him, then, potentially Daniel Geale can give Miguel Cotto a real good fight. I mean, let's not forget, this is the same Miguel Cotto who, as recently as a few years ago, was getting beaten up by Austin Trout. My point is that I don't view Miguel Cotto beating Daniel Geale as a certainty, but I don't see any reward in beating Daniel Geale. He's not really at the top of the middleweight division. And more importantly, Daniel Geale got absolutely destroyed, knocked out early by Gennady Golovkin. Now, unless Miguel Cotto goes out and, gets rid of, unless he goes out and gets rid of Daniel Geale even quicker than Gennady Golovkin did, people are going to draw comparisons between Golovkin's quick stoppage and Miguel Cotto's performance. And if anything, that's going to pile more pressure on Cotto. So I don't really understand this fight. I don't think Geale brings the finance. I don't think he brings the glamour. I don't think he represents the top of the middleweight division. But at the same time, I think he's a tough fight. I don't rule out Daniel Geale beating Miguel Cotto. I think there's too many intangibles with this relating to Sergio Martinez and what that form is actually worth. I mean, the fight really confuses me. You'd have to think that over the last 6-12 months there must be so many better options for Miguel Cotto than fighting Daniel Geale. But one thing I guess that this does prove is that Miguel Cotto is genuinely viewing himself as a middleweight and fighting middleweight competition. So if he does continue along those lines, perhaps it doesn't rule out future matchups with Peter Quillen, Gennady Golovkin, etc. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts. I'm interested to hear discussion as to why you feel this fight was made and why Team Cotto have picked Daniel Geale.